are you morose through the whole thing, or you just
Morose through the whole thing?
Do the interviews, or?
No. No, I know he's not morose. I know he is.
Well, no. I don't think I'm morose in the first one that much. That's the kind of the cool thing about the show is my character's sort of dealing with this in a. He doesn't think that he really needs to deal with this, so he's pretty funny about it, and then he realizes he does, and then he takes it very seriously at the end. So I hope I'm not morose throughout the whole thing.
I've been watching. He's not. I can vouch for him. I'm behind the monitors. Yeah.
When you guys create a show, what is it that you're looking for in talent? And I'm being serious here. What is it that
You're kidding.
No. What is it that'll put across the character that you embodied in your own mind?
Well, it depends on the character. Depends on the show. And this show, aspires to sort of reach out both in comedic and dramatic directions, and so you need somebody who's better than anybody else at being funny and playing dramatic moments. So I'm lucky to be sitting next to this guy. You can't see that I am sitting next to this radio, but he's right here, I promise. Oh, hi! There he is.
Hi!
Yeah. Really depends on the character. This one had the unfortunate burden of having to be able to do everything, and so we got one guy who could do that.
Do you cast from the page, or do you just wait for the actor to come in to inhabit the character?
A little of both. I mean, I think you need to be open at anything. I think when you write something, you need to be sure about what you want, and then open to having it change. That's both in the casting process and as you launch a show. You have to be open to discovery, because these things they're not machines. They're organisms. They sort of they take on the life of everybody who's involved, and they grow and they change. So I think it's pretty silly to be certain about what you need. You got to be open.
Well, Matthew, you sometimes figure that can you make suggestions on how your character should react to certain things, or is it all in the script and that's it?
No, Scott and I had worked on Friends for a long time together, and I think we both sort of learned from that atmosphere that the best creative place is sort of best joke wins no matter who says it, and when no matter who thought of it or says it, but I didn't. Upon reading the pilot, I didn't have any creative questions because it was so well written, and the character's attitude was where I thought it should be. So and I hadn't seen Scott in a long time. So my only question to him was, had he become a real jerk or a tyrannical person in the last 8 years? And he said that he had not. So I felt comfortable that it would be, a collaboration and a creative atmosphere.
At least at the beginning, your character uses humor to avoid the reality of the drama. And is that something that you do, yourself?
It's certainly something that I used to do all the time. And I think that actually, about Friends, but that's what Chandler was. Chandler was a guy who had this built-in excuse to be funny because he didn't want to talk about anything serious, so he would joke around all the time. And that was certainly an element that I related to. But I think I do that a lot less now that I'm older. But it's a very good excuse for this character to be funny, that he's sort of in denial about what's happened to him and thinks that he's okay and doesn't want to be all touchy-feely at first.
You've Matthew, taken on some really great roles in the past, and there, there's the mindset of, what are you trying to accomplish? You've already hit the home run, No, honestly,
We just got him to sign on.
But that's a ludicrous thing. It's like, do you stop working because you've been successful? How do you deal with that when somebody comes up to you and says, "You were great as Chandler. You should have stopped."
I should have stopped?
Thank God no one's actually
You're going
said
to
that
find
to me.
1,000 times.
Why didn't you die after that?
What are you doing? Where's the coffee?
No, the truth is that I am not qualified to do anything else. There's nothing else I can do. I'm not good at anything else, so I have to do this. It's like when you found the yellow headphones. You went, I've struck gold. I could get black ones, but I need the bright yellow ones. That's how I feel.
1966 went on the air with these things
Is
for
that
the first
true?
time. Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely.
That's
Really?
3 years older than I am.
Yeah.
He's way older than that.
You bought those when you were 3. That's why they're such a bright color, so you can see them.
Matthew, did
I
this
need them
change?
now more than ever. Are you kidding?
Matthew, did this change or shape your opinion about psychotherapy in any way?
Did you hear that?
That's Bob.
Bob had
Honey!
enough.
Oh my God. So
What
many
the hell are we
questions.
doing
Was
here?
it the
It
the
was him,
headphones?
not you.
Oh, it was him? Okay. Sorry. Did it change?
Did it change your perception? I mean,
Uh,
you were
it's
talking
becoming
earlier with
you.
some of your castmates about the stigma that's, you know, often associated with mental health professionals seeking out help. Did it change your perception at all about psychotherapy or psychiatry in any way?
Not really. I've been very open to all, for good reason and necessity. I've been open to that for most of my life. So that was another thing that I related to in the show. I've spent a lot of my life in circles talking about my problems. So I didn't need to be. I was very open.
Yeah, the show seems like it's open to having guest stars. Riley had this question before. Will there be any friends guest stars on the show?
Yeah, we have been asked that a lot. So I think we're all certainly open to that kind of thing. If that happened, I think it would be a mistake to do it early on, though, because we're trying to set up something new and different. So,
Could you see yourselves writing in sort of a regular recurring type thing, or is it just show up, get the applause, and
Well, that's a fun thing about the way the show is constructed. We have a lot of doors in and out for characters. I mean, we can have cycle people into the support group. We can cycle people into the sports world, and we're looking forward to inviting a lot of. We already have, and we will have more sports figures come in and play with us. You know, we're hoping to do like a Larry Sanders kind of thing of the sports world, and some stories with those guys, and some just scenes with them. And you know, more importantly, it's a world. It's easy to cycle people out of if they misbehave. So yeah.
You're fired.
Exactly.
The model almost seems to be the Newhart show, where you know there was the Carlin character and the whole thing.
We ripped them off. Yes.
Well, any thought? Seriously.
Funny show, great show, and it's a lot of funny, disparate characters with distinct points of view. And that's what we aspire to do here. And we have with a just a comedy giant in the center of it.
Well, and I think the difference is that our lead is in treatment, so it adds an extra layer to it.
Yeah, to his need, and I mean this is different from a therapy show in that I don't think these are, you know, characters who are wacky in and of themselves. I think they're each going through. It's not like this is the guy with the crazy tick and this is the guy with the whatever. It's, you know, people are each going through something different, and it's fun to write for people who are going through things. You know, people who are just content and fixed are less fun.
Matthew, before they take you away, sounds really ominous.
Especially talking about all the
I
psychotherapy.
know, exactly. You were saying that, you know, you played the character that used humor as a wall to not deal with emotions. Is it interesting to play a character that is going to have to break down the wall because in your life you've been forced by celebrity to kind of have to share things that maybe you don't want to?
Yeah, I mean, I related to the character on both ends. The guy who was in complete denial, and then the guy who, you know, really tries without knowing how to do it to open up. You know, so there's, you know, I just relate to the guy. I mean, I read the script, and I sort of was able to shake hands with him on every level. So that didn't fully answer your question.
This is totally off topic, but I gotta ask because you've got that hunky thing going on.
I've got a hunky thing going on.
Why do you assume it's directed to
Yeah,
you?
I'd say ask any but,
Sorry, right. I thought she was looking at me. Yeah.
what do you do to maintain your hunkiness? I mean, this town goes.
Literally, I've been an actor for 25 years that I've never been asked that
Good.
It's fantastic. Don't give her the 1 minute thing, let her talk.
Groundbreaking.
Well, what you do to, I was just talking about this, what you do to look good is you just remove all pleasure from your life. You just take it away. If something, if I went, hey, that felt good, gone. Has to go away.
Monastic.
Right?
Oh, chocolate too?
Yeah, no, can't. Well, sugar-free Red Bull, I drink that a lot. This is actually just filled with chocolate.
Thank you guys, I'm afraid our
What do you
time's
do to
up.
maintain your humpiness?
Wow.
That's my favorite.
How about that?
Yeah.
moment
I'm
ever.
going on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you were thinking it.